Good morning. Please join us in singing Rise If You Wish in Body or Spirit, and sing 1007 in the Teal hymnal, There's a River Flowing in My Soul. Good morning. I just want to warn you that this has been one of those services where I have subjected literally the entire staff to my last-minute harebrained schemes, so please hold a lot of grace in your heart for today's service. My name is Samara. I use she and they pronouns, and I am a middle-aged Amazonian fluffy bombshell dressed in sort of like a burgundy and print top and gray, dark gray slacks with my salty blonde, dark blonde hair done up in a bun, held with knitting needles, and that's all you need to know about me. We welcome you all to this Sunday's service for July 24th, held on the traditional lands of the Timucua and the Seminole. Y'all, this is gonna be such a great service. I thought that we should maybe do a little shout out for some Black and Indigenous joy. Ready? Woohoo! Yeah. How about some shout outs for some queer and disabled joy? Yeah! All right, okay, good. Now we have the right kind of energy for today. I am so glad y'all are joining us today, both in person and online. Welcome. Here in Gainesville, in our neighboring communities, in Nature Coast, in Valdosta, and many points beyond. We are a welcoming congregation, which means that we as a congregation have demonstrated that we are doing the work to make a space at our table for those with marginalized identities. We acknowledge, affirm, and celebrate you in all your glorious facets. We are so glad you're here. Our variety enriches us all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We do have a delightful treat for you here today. Our guest sermonators, who are, according to their website, known for fearless truth-telling lyrics and melodies you can't resist singing. Emma's Revolution is the dynamic, award-winning duo of Pat Humphries and Sandy O, who are in their 20th year of performing together. Their songs have traveled around the world and have been sung for the Dalai Lama, praised by Pete Seeger, and covered by Holly Near. They are bringing a beautiful message of hope and inspiration for this month's theme on the Circle of Life, and we hope you'll return here either in person or online. When they come back, they'll be recorded today, but today they'll be recorded, but when they come back, they will be here in the sanctuary performing a concert live in September. You'll hear more details about that, and we invite you to please stay tuned to Facebook and our website or our members listserv for more details. Now, let us bring our mind to this moment. Settle into our skins with a deep breath and celebrate the gift that is this sacred joy together. Jay Whitehead will be lighting our chalice this morning, or rather, I'm going to light the chalice while Jay comes and says some words. Come on up, Jay.
The chalice lighting words today are from Reverend Paul Sprecher. We light this chalice for the web of life which sustains us, for the sacred circle of life in which we have our being, for the earth, the sky, above and below, and for our Mother Earth, and for the mystery.
For today's opening words, I give you the words of Reverend Lynn Harrison, committed to respond. Committed to respond to the call of a wounded world, we join together this day with loving hearts, hands, and minds, embracing the interconnected web of water, air, and earth. We light a fire of sustaining hope, ever bright with love and justice. May we bring forth this day new wisdom, strength, and courage to create a new world, not of wealth, but of well-being. A world of new peace and abundance for all, as we give thanks for this earth, our shared and singular home. May we dedicate ourselves to its ongoing care, rising to the calls deep within us and all around us, May we respond today and always with courage and with love.
Good morning, everyone. My name is James Chase, and I am a medium height, medium built white person who is genderqueer, and I'm here to read our Moment of All Ages, which is a book called Earth. Earth, my first 4.54 billion years. Hi, my name is Earth. Some people call me Gaia, the world, the blue marble, or the third planet from the sun. You can call me Planet Awesome. My family is really, really big. I have 7 siblings in my solar system. I'm closest to Venus and Mars. Some used to say I have 8 siblings, but Pluto is more like the family pet. And then there are my cousins. My Milky Way family has billions of planets. I told you, big family. My favorite things to do are spinning. It takes me one whole day to go around once. And circling the sun, that takes me an entire year. My best friend is the moon. We hang out all the time, even when you can't see her. The moon needs 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes, and 12 seconds to go around me. I've timed her. I was born 4.54 billion years ago. I don't remember what it was like to be a baby. Who does? But I've been told I was a hot mess. Explosive, gassy, very cranky. Then I started to cool off, and things got wet, really wet. It rained for thousands of years. I'm not kidding, thousands. I was soggy and lonely. A few islands popped up on my oceans, but no plants or animals. My islands must have been lonely too. They got together and made bigger islands called continents. I remember and Nuna and the ginormous Pangaea. Then Pangaea split into 7 separate continents: North America, Europe, Asia, Africa, South America, Antarctica, and Australia. They are always changing. As I got older, stuff began to grow. And it's got a ruler spanning from 4,540,000,000 years ago to now. Almost half my life, you probably wouldn't even recognize me. And it shows all of these things happening. Would you like me to read them all, or? Okay. 2,400,000,000 years ago. Air. If anyone had been alive, they could finally take a breath. 470 million years ago, plants that could live on land. 400 million years ago, then came bugs. 240 million years ago, my first dinosaur. 210 million years ago, yay for mammals, they're fuzzy and warm. 150 million years ago, birds. Did you know they're a relative of dinosaurs? 130 million years ago, flowers. I'm a very pretty planet. It's not bragging if it's true. And 200,000 years ago, Homo sapiens. You humans have huge brains, or big brains, and walk on 2 feet. The time of the dinosaurs was one of my favorites. I mean, everyone loves dinosaurs. They lived with me for 175 million years until asteroid. It's not always easy being Earth. Volcanic eruptions, ice ages, major collisions. But on the inside, I'm the same Planet Awesome. Crust, mantle, outer core, inner core. Humans have been super fun. No other species has ever been interested in learning about me. Other animals are nice, but they mostly eat and poop and never wonder about my amazing life. But sometimes humans forget to share and play nice and clean up after themselves. Still, I bet you humans will turn out to do really great things. We love you, Earth. And now please join me as we sing the children to their program with This Little Light of Mine.
Awesome. Thank you, James, for that wonderful reading. Now is the time in the service when we ask for money, but I want to do it differently this time. I want to focus on the invitation part. So you're invited. When? July 24th, 2022, in about 2 minutes. Who? All of you, online or in person. Where? Wherever you are, in your seat, or possibly in the aisles next to you. What? A gratitude dance party of generosity and giving. So consider this your official invitation to celebrate your appreciation for this community by sharing the gifts and kindness that keep this fellowship running. Allow us to pay a living wage to our incredible staff and fund our various justice efforts in the community. If funds are not free-flowing for you these days, then please use the sheets of paper that were available at the front to perhaps write down something that you might need from this community and let us know, right? Or you might find that you are willing to be a volunteer, and so you might check a few boxes about ways that you might give back non-monetarily, right? If you'd like to, you can send your answers privately to admin@uufg.org, and you're welcome to type them in the chat if you don't mind what you say being, on the internet forever. We will throw up a screen to show some of the ways to donate funds, but today we're going to do a dance of gratitude, folks, and you're invited, and the giving celebration starts in 3, 2, 1, go. You're welcome to just wiggle in your seats if you like. And now James will offer reading for us.
This reading is called The Stream of Life, and I'm going to mess up the pronunciation here, I'm sorry. It's Rabindranath Tagore. The same stream of life that runs through my veins night and day runs through the world and dances in rhythmic measures. It is the same life that shoots in joy through the dust of the earth in numberless blades of grass and breaks into tumultuous waves of leaves and flowers. It is the same life that is rocked in the ocean cradle of birth and of death in ebb and flow. I feel my limbs are made glorious by the touch of this world of life, and my pride is from the life throb of ages dancing in my blood and this moment.
I hold in my hand our community book of joys and sorrows. It lives here in the sanctuary at the back of the room all week, and all who are moved to do so are invited to write down a joy or a concern that is on their heart they wish to be shared with the community. Many of them are read during the service. Today, we have a joy from Kay, who says, "I had a joyous journey to Iowa, Ohio, and lots of places in between. After almost 5 weeks on the road, I'm happy to be home." Welcome home, Kay. For all those celebrations and hardships we are carrying unsung in the quiet of our hearts, let us hold this time in meditation, prayer, and compassion. You are welcome to drop a stone into the communal bowl if you wish, or drop a note in the chat that you don't mind being public. Thank you.
If all the world were peaceful now and forevermore, peaceful at the surface and peaceful at the core, all the joy within my I don't know where we're going, but I know we're going far. We can change the universe by being who we are, and we're living on a living planet, circling a living star. If all the world knew justice now and forevermore, justice at the surface and justice at the core, all the joy within my heart would be so free to soar, and we're living on a living planet, circling a living star. I don't know where we're going, but I know we're going far. We can change the universe by being who we are, and we're living on a living planet, circling a living star. If all the world knew freedom now and forevermore, freedom at the surface and freedom at the core, all the joy within my heart would be so free to soar, and we're living on a living planet, circling a living star. I don't know where we're going, but I know we're going far. We can change the universe by being who we are, and we're living on a living planet.
Good morning, I'm Sandy O of Emma's Revolution. I'm a light-skinned woman with brown and yes, some gray hair. And I'm wearing a Florida coral colored shirt that my mom gave me. She lives in Florida now and she's gonna be really happy about that.
And I'm Pat Humphreys. I'm a medium-skinned, soft-butch lesbian woman of European and Native ancestry. And I'm wearing a gray top over a black tank top on this steamy day in Washington, D.C.
We are so glad to be here with you this morning to celebrate and worship with you. And also we're looking forward to coming on Sunday, September 11th for a concert in person and live streamed right there at your congregation.
So that first song that we sang was written by our friend Jay Mankita, and the rest of the songs that you'll hear have all been written by us.
And we're going to start out with a poem. You might know one or two of the lines of this poem, but hearing the whole thing really creates the picture of where we want to go with you this morning.
Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean. The one who's flung herself out of the grass. The one who's eating sugar out of my hand. Who's moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down. Who's gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I've been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me what it is you plan to do with your one wild and precious life.
And what is it that we plan to do, each of us, with our wild and precious lives? Pat and I have used our noticing to create songs about justice. And we've used so far our wild and precious lives to sing these songs and to sing for justice and peace and human rights around the country and even sometimes around the world. And we learned from one of the best activist songwriters out there, who was a dear friend of ours. I'm sure you know his songs. Many of you may have heard him in person when he was alive. His songs are still alive. And we bring you this song about him.
As Sadie said, this person was a dear friend and mentor to us, and we're talking about Pete Seeger. And I was with him in his last days. I was with him in his last moments, actually, to sing his songs back to him in gratitude for all of his years of singing to us. And he had a remarkable way of getting everybody in a room to sing together. But he was never satisfied with everybody just singing in unison. If people didn't jump right in on a harmony, he would teach us a line of harmony, so that this seemingly disparate group of people were all breathing in sync and listening to one another and singing in harmony, so that we would be able to take that beautiful metaphor out into the world. So this song has a chorus that we'd love for you to sing. It's easy to catch on. I was four, I had a toy made of plastic and of joy, a magic musical machine from a drum, a stick and strings. I couldn't know as I would play, and live to meet the man one day, playing songs
us. So we're glad to know that you're there singing and that you'll join us on September 11th to sing as well. You know, it's a time where we certainly could use more hope. You might be feeling as we are that there is just so much going on and so much that needs our attention and so much that needs our action. And we take inspiration not just from friends like Pete Seeger, but from these next generations of activists who are saying to us, those of us who are older, and to the folks who are in power, saying to all of us, you need to do something about this climate. This is my one and only planet. And we were asked to sing at a demonstration outside the Capitol back in the fall of 2019. And it was a demonstration called by Jane Fonda to bring her attention as a celebrity and turn that attention on to the young people who had been demonstrating every Friday and still continue to do that in those in those Fridays for Futures, the demonstrations that Greta Thunberg, the young activist from Sweden, started when she said, why should I go to school if I have no future? And we take a part of this song from her words where she said, I need you to act like your house is on fire, because it is. And you can sing with us, put out the fire.
Put out the fire, put out the fire, put out the fire, our house is on fire. Put out the fire, put out the fire, put out the fire, our house is on fire. We love you, we hear you, we're coming to change our ways, not later, but sooner, right now, for your future. Youth can't wait, put out the fire, women can't wait, put out the fire, climate can't wait, put out the fire, our house is on fire, for our children, put out the fire, and their children, put out the fire, and their children, put out the fire, our house is on fire, for songbirds, for clean air, for the oceans and the bays, not later, but sooner, right now, for our future. Melting glaciers, put out the fire, rising seas, put out the fire, bleaching coral, put out the fire, our house is on fire, shrinking shorelines, put out the fire, sinking islands, put out the fire, growing drylands, put out the fire, our house is on fire. Let bees live, let trees grow, let the snow fall where it may, not later, but sooner, right now, for the future, right now, for the future, right now. We are here to put out the fire, this is how we put out the fire, time is now, we put out the fire, our house is on fire.
So they let us know that their house is on fire, that we need to do everything we can. So we will.
And this song hopefully will bring us all back from that brink. There are so many ways that we feel kind of pitched on the edge of something. You know, hopefully we'll be creating something new and something more beautiful and something more just. When I wrote this song, originally, some years ago now, we thought that things were as dire as they could get in some respects. Homelessness had tripled seemingly overnight, and so many things were going on, wars raging in Central America, and all my activist friends were just exhausted. And I really wanted to say something to them, to encourage them. So I sat down to write, and I realized that I needed encouragement too. And the difference was that I always have music. But I looked up into the night sky that night, and I saw the Big Dipper over my head, and I just started singing. And this song came out. Maybe you've heard it. We'd love for you to sing it with us. We are living beneath the great Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power, some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. I am alone, I am searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection, it be my crime. In humility, I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power, some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving the spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, finding intuition, my head, my heart, I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who've come before me, band together and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power, some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving the spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all of the gifts we've been given to share have been with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. We can balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing that we've arrived. Loving the spirit Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
So be well as you continue to swim in this stream together with us, and we look forward to seeing you in September.
Much love, y'all.
Please join us in singing our closing hymn, number 175 in your gray hymnal. We celebrate the web of life. Here you go.
Okay. We extinguish the chalice with the words of Reverend Maureen Killoran. We extinguish this chalice flame, daring to carry forward the vision of this free faith, that freedom, reason, and justice will one day prevail in this nation and across the earth.
Reverend Erica Barron gives us our closing words called May You Never Thirst. May you never thirst. May your body and your spirit always have what they need. When you are in need of refreshment or new life, may the waters be available to you. May you never know thirst unto death in your body or in your soul. May you never thirst. And may your body and your spirit always thirst enough to stay alive. May you know the dissatisfaction with things as they are that leads to work for justice. May you know the thirst for new knowledge that leads to the quest for truth. May you know the desire for deeper connection that creates new and stronger relationships. May you know the spiritual thirst that keeps the soul searching and gives the sweetness of new discovery to faithful followers of spiritual paths of all kinds. May you never thirst too deeply, but may your thirst never be entirely quenched. Go in peace, beloveds. Amen, Ashe, and blessed becoming.